Mike Catalana in Rochester, right across from Fisher, as a matter of fact. I know everybody respects everybody's individual decision, but when you and maybe your teammates heard that Trey was opting in, their reaction, what did you guys know? What do you think now?
Yeah, I mean, I think if he opted out, it would have been a big loss for the secondary, but for the team in general, I mean, he's a big part of our team, just being in the locker room, being on the field, the leadership he brings. So we're definitely happy to have him part of the squad this year.
And to follow up on that, as much as you know he loves the game, you watch him, that he's even in that position thinking that way, does that just really say a lot about what this year is like for everybody? It's got to be personal decisions.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a different situation going on back home. You never really know what people are dealing with and what they're going through. So for him to stand up and say that, kind of be an individual, was really, really respectable.
Okay, thanks.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Hey, Matt, thanks for doing this. Appreciate the time. Through the off season and now just being back at the facility for a couple weeks together now, how have you seen Tremaine grow this off season and mature? What's different about him coming into One Bills Drive now? Yeah,
it's been tremendous. You can just feel his presence just walking around. He also grew size-wise. He might have gained a couple inches as well. But no, on the field, he's great. Off the field, he's great. In the meetings, he's speaking up. So definitely going to be a great year for the linebackers.
And what makes you two a better duo this year than you were last year?
I think anytime people just are around each other more, you know, that bond builds, character builds, communication builds, and that's just part of it. Anytime you really get to know one another for a couple of years, going on 3 years now. So I think it's going to be a great 2020 season. Awesome.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Matt, John Scott from Spectrum News. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
We understand you're in the final year of your deal, and we understand these things. Maybe this pandemic has really shifted the ways of negotiating and whatnot, but how much of a focus is it for you to potentially get an extension done with the Bills?
Yeah, you know, I'm not really focused on that right now. That's the business side of things. I'm really focused on winning a championship here with the Bills, focusing on myself, being the best version of myself I can be. So I'm gonna let that take care of itself, and when it takes care of itself, I hope it's the right number.
And is the priority for you to stay here in Buffalo?
Absolutely. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Thanks a lot.
Money Matt, Mookie Harkins, Waffle Sports 1080. Good morning, man. How you doing?
What's going on?
Not much. Just hanging in there, man. Thank God it is Friday. But, you know, due to this pandemic, you know, going on, what were some of the routines that you developed and to staying into shape, you know, to keep conditioned for training camp?
Yeah, I was blessed with the opportunity to work at a gym that was open. It was considered an essential. So I was blessed with that. But then you got to be on yourself. You can't let yourself go. It's on you to get the work done. If you don't want to get it done, it's not going to get done. So at the end of the day, it comes down to what are you willing to do in this time? It's easy to sit on the couch. It's easy to go out to eat, grab a bite to eat, do that stuff. But when it comes to getting into work, there's nobody pulling you to work. You got to want it yourself. So it's been different, but we got it done.
Absolutely. And speak on getting it done. We got a lot of new additions on that defensive front, guys that you have to rely on. They have to rely on you playing behind them. So what is it like to, you know, try to get that chemistry built right away with the new guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's been good so far. Guys coming together, although the quarters aren't as close as they usually are. We're still finding a way to communicate and build that bond that you need to win.
All right, man. Hey, we appreciate you being back in the building and trying to win this division this year. Hey, good luck this year.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Matt. Good to see you. Josh Reed with the CBS station here in Buffalo. Looks like Lorenzo Alexander's staying in pretty good shape. I don't know if you follow him much on social media, but what are you going to miss about Lorenzo? And you ever in his ear at all about the possibility of leaving that door open to maybe return to the linebacker group?
That would be awesome. But now I see Lorenzo working out all the time on Instagram, doing his thing in interviews. But yeah, definitely gonna miss him, have him around. He was like the big brother in the room, brings everybody together, go out to eat, do that kind of stuff. But just his leadership in general. And I think me and Tremaine definitely got to step our leadership roles up this year with him being out of here. And the addition of AJ too, another older guy coming in. So I think he can step in that role as well.
What did you learn from Lorenzo? Just being around him a couple of years, what was the big takeaway?
Biggest thing was just being a pro. This is your job now. It's not a hobby. It's not a activity you do. This is real life. This is your mentality. Was one of the biggest things he taught me. I used to sit right next to Lorenzo in meetings. So just following what he was doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so you're on. Yeah.
You said I'm off.
Sal, Lorenzo.
All right, we're gonna go to Maddie.
Hello again. Got another question for you. What are your impressions of AJ Klein? How has he helped that linebackers room so far? What do you think he's going to add to this team?
AJ's been great. Got to meet him a little bit this offseason, but he understands the defense. He was in the system previously with Carolina, so he kind of knows everything right off the bat. So he's fit in pretty well, and just his leadership once again. I mean, he's a pro. He's been, I think it's 8 years. I want to say he's been in the league. So yeah, just having that in our room definitely brings a lot to the table.
And then just having a back-to-back top 3 defense in the league the past 2 years. I mean, the expectations for you guys are high, of course, again this year, and I'm sure within the team it's very high because of who you bring back and the new players on the squad when you're talking about the defensive line, the corners, AJ Klein. What are the messages from Leslie Frazier right now? What is he demanding out of you guys? What is he saying differently as you head into the 2020 season?
I don't think it's anything different from previous years. Just the biggest thing is taking it one day at a time and winning today. Today we're going to be the best team in the NFL as far as practice, as far as meetings, as far as everything we do. So that's been the message, just taking it easy, taking it one day at a time and letting it roll from there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Sal.
Sal's having some trouble here.
Sal, you there? Yeah. It's the last question too.
Unmute. Am I on?
There we go.
Jesus Christ. All right. Got that figured out after 14 Zoom calls. All right, Matt, what I wanted to ask you was, there's been a lot of talk in this offseason about you guys haven't been together and how the teams that are bringing so many guys back, especially coaching staffs, how much that's going to be a difference maker. Do you believe in that, same system for 3 or 4 years, a lot of guys back, that's going to make a difference this year moving forward?
I definitely think it's going to help a lot. Although we haven't been together physically, we've been together virtually. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's a big difference. I can't even imagine a first-year player coming in, taking no reps in preseason, right into the mix game one. So with having some depth, having guys that have been around, kind of know the system a little bit, definitely going to help a lot.
And if I could ask you about Vaushan Joseph, a guy who came in last year, looked like he was going to be, okay, but then he got hurt. He comes back this year. I know it's been tough. You haven't really seen him much, but what are your expectations for a kid like that to maybe make the team, especially as a special teamer maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he's been grinding all off season. Looks good from what I've seen. We've really only been together for 2 weeks now, just going through conditioning drills, but he's good physically and mentally. So hopefully big things from Vaushan Joseph this year.
Thanks, man.
All right, that was the last question.